Tolu, a high-achieving student from a struggling family, was determined to win a scholarship that could change his life. But when he started tutoring Zara, the daughter of the town's wealthiest family, he found himself drawn to her. As their bond deepened, Tolu had to choose between chasing money or following his heart. Zara, on the other hand, was used to people liking her for her wealth and status. When she met Tolu, she saw something different in him, a genuine person who didn't care about her family's fortune. Over time, they grew close, finding comfort in their shared experiences despite coming from vastly different worlds. As their relationship blossomed, Tolu's family began to notice changes in him. His focus shifted from academics to his budding romance with Zara, and they worried about the impact it might have on his future. Tolu, however, was caught between two worlds, his dreams of academic success and the newfound joy he found in Zara's company. Tolu was forced to confront the reality of his situation when a prestigious scholarship opportunity came his way. It was the chance of a lifetime, one that would secure his future and alleviate the financial burden on his family. But accepting it would mean moving far away, leaving Zara behind. The decision weighed heavily on him, as he struggled to balance his ambitions with his feelings for Zara. The day Tolu received the scholarship offer, he met Zara in the park where they often spent time together. As they sat under their favorite tree, Tolu told her about the offer and the difficult decision he faced. Zara, sensing the conflict in his voice, reassured him that she understood the importance of the opportunity. She encouraged him to follow his dreams, even if it meant being apart. Tolu, touched by Zara's selflessness, realized that their relationship was built on a foundation of mutual support and respect. As the days passed, Tolu couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. Despite the excitement of the scholarship, his heart was heavy with the thought of leaving Zara behind. He began to wonder if success was worth it if it meant losing the person who made him truly happy. One evening, Tolu sat with his family to discuss the scholarship. His parents were thrilled about the opportunity, seeing it as a way to secure a better future for their son. But Tolu's heart was torn, and he struggled to explain his hesitation. His mother, noticing his unease, gently asked, "Tolu, is there something else on your mind?" Tolu looked down at his hands, unsure of how to express the inner conflict he was feeling. After several sleepless nights, Tolu made his decision. He called Zara and asked her to meet him at the park. When they met under their favorite tree, Tolu took Zara's hand and told her that he couldn't imagine a future without her. "I want to take the scholarship, but not at the cost of losing you," he said, his voice steady but full of emotion. Zara smiled softly, her eyes filled with understanding. "We'll find a way to make it work," she assured him. "You deserve this, Tolu, and I'll be here no matter what." With Zara's support, Tolu accepted the scholarship and prepared for the next chapter of his life. Though they would be miles apart, both Tolu and Zara were determined to maintain their relationship, knowing that their love was strong enough to weather the distance. As Tolu settled into his new life at university, he quickly found himself immersed in his studies. The scholarship had opened doors to opportunities he had only dreamed of, and he was eager to prove himself. Yet, even with all the excitement and challenges of his academic life, Tolu couldn't help but miss Zara. They spoke often, but the long-distance aspect of their relationship began to take its toll. Tolu found it difficult to balance his demanding schedule with the time and energy required to maintain a long-distance romance. Zara, meanwhile, was busy with her own life back home. She had started working at her family's business, but she also began exploring her own interest. Despite their best efforts to stay connected, the distance between them grew wider, and both of them began to feel the strain. One evening, after a particularly exhausting day, Tolu sat down to call Zara. As they talked, Tolu could sense the exhaustion in her voice too. For the first time, they began to discuss the difficulties they were facing, and it became clear that they both felt the weight of the separation. "I miss you," Zara said softly. "I miss you too," Tolu replied, his heart heavy with the realization that something needed to change. The following week, Tolu made a decision. He couldn't bear the idea of losing Zara, and he knew that their relationship needed more than just phone calls and visits to survive. So, he approached his academic advisor and asked about the possibility of transferring to a university closer to home. It wasn't an easy decision. Tolu had worked so hard to earn the scholarship, and transferring might mean losing some of the benefits. But for Tolu, it was a sacrifice worth making if it meant saving his relationship with Zara. His advisor, understanding Tolu's situation, helped him explore his options. After weeks of paperwork and meetings, Tolu received word that he could transfer without losing his scholarship. It was a huge relief, and Tolu immediately called Zara to share the news. Zara was overjoyed, and the prospect of being together again filled both of them with excitement and hope. Tolu's transfer back to a university closer to home marked a turning point in their relationship. They were finally able to see each other more often, and the distance that had once seemed insurmountable began to fade away. Tolu continued to excel academically, and Zara thrived in her new business ventures. Together, they supported each other, finding a balance between their individual ambitions and their relationship. With each passing day, Tolu became more certain that Zara was the one he wanted to spend his life with. He had learned that success wasn't just about academic achievements or financial stability, it was about finding happiness and fulfillment in all aspects of life. Months passed, and Tolu's career prospects began to take shape. He was offered a prestigious internship at a leading research institute, and the opportunity excited him. However, it came with a catch. The internship was located in another city, far away from Zara once again. The offer reignited the old fears and anxieties that Tolu had worked so hard to overcome. He knew how difficult it had been to maintain a long-distance relationship, and he didn't want to risk losing Zara again. But at the same time, the internship was an incredible opportunity that could propel his career to new heights. When Tolu told Zara about the offer, she encouraged him to follow his dreams. "We've made it work before," she said, her voice filled with confidence. "We can do it again." Tolu appreciated Zara's support, but he couldn't shake the feeling that they were headed down a familiar path. As much as he wanted to take the internship, he also wanted to stay close to Zara and build a future together. After much deliberation, Tolu made the difficult decision to turn down the internship. It wasn't easy, but he knew that his relationship with Zara was worth more than any career opportunity. He would find other ways to advance his career, but he couldn't replace the love and support that Zara had given him. Zara was touched by Tolu's decision, and their bond grew even stronger as a result. Tolu's choice to prioritize their relationship over his career ambitions showed Zara just how much she meant to him. As time went on, Tolu found other opportunities closer to home. He began working as a research assistant at a local university, and while it wasn't as prestigious as the internship he had turned down, it allowed him to stay close to Zara and continue building his career. Zara, meanwhile, continued to expand her business, opening a second location for her boutique. She had always been driven and ambitious, and her success was a testament to her hard work and determination. Tolu and Zara supported each other every step of the way, and their relationship became a source of strength for both of them. They had learned that success wasn't just about individual achievements, it was about building a life together, one that brought them both happiness and fulfillment. Years passed, and Tolu's career continued to flourish. He published several research papers, gained recognition in his field, and was eventually offered a permanent position at the university. Zara's business also grew, and she became a well-respected entrepreneur in the community. Despite their busy lives, Tolu and Zara always made time for each other. They had built a strong foundation of trust and communication, and they knew that they could overcome any challenge as long as they worked together. One evening, as they sat on the balcony of their home, watching the sunset, Tolu turned to Zara and took her hand. I've been thinking a lot about our future, he said softly. I know we've talked about it before, but I want to make it official. Zara, will you marry me? Zara's eyes filled with tears as she smiled at Tolu. Yes, she whispered, her voice full of emotion. Yes, I will. The proposal was the culmination of years of love, growth, and commitment. Tolu and Zara had weathered many storms together, and they had come out stronger on the other side. Now, they were ready to build a future as husband and wife, knowing that they could face anything as long as they had each other. Their wedding was a beautiful celebration of love, family, and friendship. Surrounded by their loved ones, Tolu and Zara exchanged vows and promised to continue supporting each other in all their endeavors. As they embarked on this new chapter of their lives,